Welcome into the Six Sports Podcast. It's your boy Ellison Hubbard with Cameron Belcher, Katron Hughley. Thank y'all for being here with us today. We got a lot of things going on. Ever since I got in this sports anchor role, I've been rolling, and I've been a little tired, but it's been fun. Just the days go by so quick, y'all. And so we have a lot of things going on. Last week we were covering semifinals in South Carolina, and before the semifinals here in Georgia, we were covering the second round. A lot of teams moved on, and then especially after this past week of just teams moving on, I'll be going to Douglasville to cover the semifinals happening there. We have a couple teams with Butler, Josie Girls, Cross Creek, and we also have Harlem. And then Gianna is covering the state championships going on in South Carolina, where that'll be Fox Creek and then North Augusta boys and girls. So congratulations to those teams. Hopefully we have victories we can celebrate and talk about next week and get some of those coaches on. Saturday, I'll be covering Harlem and Cross Creek. Both of those teams play the same day. If both of those teams win, they will face each other in the championship. Isn't that not crazy?
Yeah,
that would actually be pretty cool.
Local teams going at it.
And Harlem and the Cross Creek Razorbacks, Harlem Bulldogs. That'd be crazy if they were to face each other.
Putting on for the CSRA.
I know. Next week on Tuesday, you can go meet the Augusta Developmental Football League, the team here, the Augusta Braves. They will be meeting at Rally Point Grill, 7 to 9 p.m. We'll have more on them in a couple of weeks, and you just hear from them and hear about their team, what they're doing for the community, not just playing football, bringing entertainment, but also being a part of the community. So you don't want to miss that when we have them on, just to talk about everything there. Those are the big things happening here locally. Let's talk a little bit about college. The Georgia Bulldogs, let me tell you, they got 11 teams ranked in the top 25, 7 in the top 10. I know, isn't that crazy? So I'll read them all to you. You got number 1, women's tennis.
Gotcha.
Number 3 is equestrian. Okay. Number 7, let me go this way, actually, so start over. Number 1, women's tennis. Number 2, W is women's track and field. So tennis is ranked number 1, track and field is ranked number 2 in women's.
Okay.
Equestrian is ranked number 3, gymnastics is ranked number 6. Swim and dive on the men's side is ranked number 7. Baseball is ranked number 8. Men's tennis is ranked number 8. You got track and field men's ranked number 11. You got softball ranked 12. Women's swim and dive ranked 16. And then women's basketball ranked 22. Now, 2 of these teams we've already seen get defeated. Okay. Baseball got defeated by Western Carolina. And, it's just, I think that's going to probably knock them down, probably not out, but down of the top 10. And then women's basketball lost to Kentucky. So they lost their chance to have a nice little CSRA showdown against the Gamecocks. So now Kentucky will go play the Gamecocks, and that will be a fun game to watch before the road to the SEC championship, which should be taking place on Sunday. So, but South Carolina and Kentucky will battle off to face each other, along with LSU playing the winner of either Florida, Oklahoma, Auburn, Ole Miss to play the winner, play Vandy, and then Alabama, Tennessee to face Texas, who's in a bye. So that's all happening on the women's side of things. I think South Carolina may win this one.
If not South Carolina, definitely Texas. I know Texas the last couple seasons have given the Gamecocks some type of trouble, but overall, the South Carolina Gamecocks are obviously going to be the favorite, especially if they end up going against LSU. They have
that might be a different story.
History of beating, but it could be different. But all jokes aside, it does seem like Don Staley and South Carolina are on their way to another SEC championship.
Yeah, and that's going to be awesome to see that. I mean, I would go cover that in a heartbeat. Especially on Sunday, I would definitely be up there.
That'd be awesome.
I'll be tired from Douglasville, but I'll go cover that game. Shoot, I need to find a way to get my credentials, figure that out.
Get in the door.
We had, unfortunately, Lou Holtz. He passed away on Wednesday at 89. He coached at Notre Dame and South Carolina, so a well-known name, Lou Holtz. But 89 years, that's still pretty good age to live and see all types of football. Sure, the game has been good to him.
The last head coach to win a national championship at Notre Dame.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, no, he was a great coach.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm assuming none of us knew him personally, but, you know.
I didn't know him personally.
Well, you know, I obviously heard great things about him,
Right.
you know, as a person and as a coach and, you know, one of the legends in the game. So,
Yeah.
rest in peace, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We got Georgia Bulldogs men beating Alabama. Alabama was
yeah.
on a roll.
They were.
And then Georgia beats them. That's some good fire as
Big
the
win.
SEC tourney starts next
Oh,
week. And I hope the Dogs do. Anytime you beat Alabama, that's just
Yeah,
like you
no
said.
matter the sport,
Yeah.
it's just always
It's always good to beat.
Makes everyone
always good
happy.
to beat them.
So I'm excited to see what they can do in this tournament. They started to turn some heads. After they were hot in the start, kind of went flat.
down a little bit.
And now they're back up hot again.
This is a big win for them heading into the SEC tournament, and I like how we were discussing a little bit off here. I think if they can win at least one game in the SEC tournament, that will allow them to, you know, for sure make the March Madness tournament. But this was a big win regardless, and I feel like even if they, you know, as long as they don't get blown out in the SEC tournament, if they lose to a opponent that's better than them in a close game, I feel like that win against Alabama really propels and pushes their point. Cannon Catchings, he had a fantastic game. He had 32 points, 7 threes. That was the second most in a game for Georgia Bulldogs history from first time since 1998.
That's crazy.
So,
7 threes is beyond me because imagine that. You're just sitting there hot hitting 7 threes, dude.
Yeah.
Like what do you do?
Just give him the ball.
Sometimes
What do you do on defense? Like double them? Do you double them? There's 5 people on the court. You can't double one dude.
Yeah, sometimes you walk in the gym, you're in that flow state.
I hope we can keep that rolling through the tournament.
Yeah.
So, man, that's huge. Also happening in Georgia, Mike Bobo and Glenn Schumann get raises. Now, for all of you that probably thought, you know, at first these were probably the worst coordinators on the earth. Clearly they aren't. Bobo got $700,000 pay raise.
Wow.
$700,000. I'll give you a story. Coach Bobo, it was my sophomore year going into my junior year. And Coach Bobo, they were going to offer him $1,000 pay, or it was a big amount of, like $100,000 pay raise, excuse me. And he turned it down because he was like, our success on the field didn't match whatever. And he kept telling us, I didn't, you know, well, I turned down a pay raise for y'all and this and that. And I'm like, well, we didn't tell you to turn down a pay raise now. Ain't nobody tell you. Well, he definitely didn't turn down this $700,000 pay raise. I'll tell you that much.
I'm pretty sure. I think the success matched this time for his standards.
They got beat by Ole Miss, but he won the SEC championship. So,
back to back, so.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I you know, I wonder why they gave the pay raises. Glenn Schumann got a $200,000 pay raise, although the defense was kind of shaky to begin with.
Yeah,
but
him calling cover 0.
Yeah.
Press with the game on the line.
But he did win. Bobo did win the SEC championship the last 2 seasons. So I guess doing that, it does deserve
technically
a pay
Glenn
raise.
did too. So
That's true. But this one says,
guess.
you know, this one says Bobo. Boy, I mean, Schumann was there, but so yeah, they both deserve pay raises. So now Bobo's annual pay for 2026 would be $2.2 million. It would have been the college football's number 68th highest paid coach at 2.2. Schumann would be the exact same. He was slated to earn 2.1 million, but he got a significant raise to go to 2.2 million. So they're getting paid the same.
yeah, they wanted to pay them evenly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Bobo was getting paid less.
Yeah, he was.
Really?
So they had to bump them up. I mean, in this new era with the transfers
Jesus.
and everybody moving everywhere, you know, so you got to incentivize people to stay right where they at. So.
But you win the SEC championship in your first year as OC.
Yeah.
I should have been making near 2.2 million to begin
Well, I mean,
with.
you know, whenever, you know, Georgia was winning those national championships, they were crediting the defense more than anything. So.
I guess, but I mean that year that they walked down Alabama with Bryce Young, that was a high scoring. I mean, defense was good though.
Yeah, but Stetson Bennett did his thing, though. So
Yeah.
it was a balanced team. Yeah, I would say balanced team.
That's a lot of money.
It is. Shout out to them though. 2.2. I'll take 2.2.
People asked if I would coach. I'm like, man, do you know what you got to go through?
Yeah, a lot.
Do y'all think it's just easy to walk in and start? Hey, I got my 700,000. No, you got to start low. Imagine those coaches that are going through the JUCO grind.
Oh yeah.
And then, like, every time I scrolling through TikTok, I see Coach JB from Indy, that Last Chance U, and he's still all on my social media, and he was talking about how those coaches weren't getting paid nothing, and they were out there going through the dog days. Some of them, one coach was living on the campus of that school with his family. So yeah, it's tough, but I mean, to get to where you want to go, you got to go through some stuff. I don't know what Bobo and them went through, but I know for when he was coaching us and he was sleeping up at the field house, and I was like, you're tripping, man.
Well, they talk about coaches not really rarely getting sleep and, like you said, standard facility and all that. You know, hey, it's part of the grind.
And I mean, at some points you look at a coach, you'd be like, okay, how old are you? And you'd be like, 40? You'd be like, you don't look 40. Are you sure? Your eyes are red.
Plus 15.
Eyes red, face got a gray beard. And
that's stress. But
man, I'm talking about those coaches.
They're stressing more than the president.
Exactly. You don't need to be. It's just football. But in this day and age, they're firing coaches left and right after 2 years.
That's true.
Hey, but at this point, you fire me, you pay me $15 million to leave, so that's fine.
That's
at that point, it's. But I think if they're going to do stuff like that, you got to make a contract. It's like, hey, bud, if you don't get to a playoff or something, we could fire you with cause. But I guess that would scare coaches to.
Yeah,
not want to sign.
Yeah, because they already got to go through a lot. So it's like the least you can do. Yeah, you're cutting off their ability to pay their bills. At least give them all their money. So.
Yeah, didn't they have this dispute with a couple of weeks ago with Lang, right, in college basketball?
Yes.
When he called out his team, he got fired, and they were trying to say, in his contract, we can fire him and don't got to pay him, and that whole,
I'd be like, where did I say that? I would have signed that contract.
I didn't sign that.
Yeah.
I did not sign that.
I was listening to something earlier, and they were like, the SEC pays their coaches, or is the only, I forgot how it was phrased, but that is the conference that pays their coaches the most when they fire them, more than any other conference. Right. They're paying coaches now that they fired.
I mean, it makes sense, though, because, I mean, you see Auburn, at LSU, they got 3 coaches on payroll.
Yes. Auburn, too. I think Harsin, the one that they just freeze.
Well, yeah, I mean, the SEC schools, they're the least patient. So.
But that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
It is crazy.
How you going through 3 coaches and you're going to pay all of them? I think they're still paying, LSU still paying Ed Orgeron. Yeah. Are you serious?
You know what I'm saying? They got 3. It's him, Brian Kelly, and Lane.
Are you serious? Why are they still paying Orgeron?
I don't know. I don't think his buyout wasn't nearly as much as Brian Kelly or Lane's new contract. So I don't know why they're still paying Ed, but I mean, yeah.
I'm about to go coach now. Now that I'm thinking about it. Let me go.
All you got to do is
you get paid to get fired and you still make money?
All you got to do is make it.
All you got to do is make it.
To the SEC, that's all you got to do is make it.
Is Arkansas, they're paying their coach that they fired?
Yeah, he's getting paid good. Because I remember in that, it's actually funny because most of the coaches that were on the brink of losing their jobs in any given Saturday, the very next season they lost their jobs. And I know he was saying, like, yeah, like if I get fired, I'll be good, but what about my assistant?
What you mean? What about your assistant? You gonna slide him some of that check? You ain't finna just take that money and run.
Hey, that's what most of them do. Hey,
obviously, if he's saying that was his plans to do. Because he literally said, "Well, what about them? They're not gonna be okay. So it's my job to go out there and try to fight tooth and nail to keep mine."
Man, your assistant gonna be fired. You gonna be looking at your bank account like, "Well,
damn, I'm sorry to hear that."
Hey, my 15 mil just hit. I feel bad, bro. I'll be so mad. I'll be like, dude, I went through trials and tribulations with you, and you just said, well, I tried.
I can't get 2
mil?
That's crazy.
Come on, $500,000? At least give me 50,000. I'll take a little something. My family done moved out here. I'm living in. I knew coaches that had to stay with other coaches. because they got fired or whatever the case may be, and then they got another under position to where they were. Now they got to move all the way there, and now they're living with a coach for a year off a mattress or something. I don't know, but I'm looking at that like, whew, if you ain't got no money saved and you coaching.
Oh boy,
You better be hoping that you winning natties, you going to conference championship.
I'm joining Georgia immediately.
You can't get 8 wins.
Right.
8 wins ain't good enough.
I'm joining
Them incentives.
Kirby Smart immediately. Oh my God. And welcome back into the Six Sports Podcast. Man, y'all, we have a lot to talk about here in the pro section. Where do we begin? Do we begin baseball, football, stuff outside of here with trades? I mean, what do we – I guess we can begin with – oh, my gosh, I'm just looking at this. Let's talk basketball.
Okay.
How about that? We got some good things to talk about.
Yeah.
We got the Hawks on a 5-game win streak. They're rolling.
Hawks and the Hornets, they've been out there.
Exactly.
They've been out there hooping.
Hornets on a 6-game win streak. Kuminga, he is alive and well in the Hawks city. So in the Hornets, I mean, man, we were like, these teams are abysmal. These teams are average, the Hornets and the Hawks, but they're turning things around. I mean, they had 6 straight wins with plus 15 points or more each game. I'm like, what in the world is going on? Didn't
Hornets.
Ball want to way out? Didn't he want to get out of there?
Yeah, it was something about that, but then, the Hornets, they've been turning it on, and I think they're going to end up making the playoffs.
And
I think so.
He
too.
just went through all that car accident stuff and still able to play basketball. I don't understand what's going on.
That's crazy.
No, I think ironically, the Hawks and the Hornets are kind of similar, and we've talked about it before about like both teams got a lot of, I think, good young talent, and so it's kind of like the hope for is that all the young talent kind of grows and gels together, and it finally kind of comes together, and you see the results as far as like the winning.
Right.
And so I think for the Hawks, bringing in Kuminga was a great move because he's young. He's got a lot of untapped potential, obviously with the whole Warrior situation where he was never, ever really
Given
able
a
to
real chance
to flourish there exactly in their offense, Steve Kerr, Steph, whatever.
Right.
But now that he's coming to Atlanta, he gets to play his game because it shows athleticism, his ability to score, all the things that can help a young team like Atlanta that's trying to find its identity and it's kind of growing into itself. And the same with the Hornets, where you do have a star in LaMelo, and when he's playing at a high level, and you got Brandon Miller and Kneppel has been amazing this year. He's been an amazing rookie. Young talent, just let it grow, kind of let it build these young teams, and then eventually, you start winning some games and start feeling good about yourself. So.
Eventually, you being bad is going to pay off.
Yeah,
That's what this
exactly.
message is being sent out to the NBA, and I mean, especially for the Charlotte Hornets. I mean, the Hawks, they've enjoyed some success, some playoff runs, at least getting in the play-in. Had, of course, the Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021. But the Hornets, I mean, they haven't even touched the postseason since 2016. They haven't touched the postseason since D-Wade hit a mid-range in front of the guy with the purple shirt.
That's a classic game, by the way.
I mean, and I think that was the game that they got eliminated. That was the last game. So
that's sad.
For them to be out here and making a push for the playoffs, they just blew out the Celtics. My Celtics, I mean, the Charlotte Hornets, they're for real. I mean, they've been having close games against some of the top teams. It really all started once they blew out the Oklahoma City Thunder and held SGA to like one of his season low in points. And then that's when it just started off a big winning streak. As you said, Con Kneppel has been shooting the lights out.
Been balling.
The fastest to 200. Even, the great shooters like Curry, Ray Allen, they didn't even do that. You got Con Kneppel out there. Brandon Miller's been tapping into another level. LaMelo has continued to ascend. So, the Hornets have done a really great job. And the Hawks, I felt like when that move happened, that was a really big win for the Hawks, especially considering that all 100%. They had to do was give up Porzingis for it.
You're right.
I feel like that was a very big steal. And like I was talking to Ellison while we were off air, I was saying that, Jonathan Kuminga and Jalen Johnson, I feel like it's going to be one of the most underrated duos. If not going into the end of this season, definitely the beginning of next year, they're going to be one of the most underrated, dynamic duos that we have in the NBA.
Yeah, Kneppel getting a lot of talks, could possibly be the rookie of the year. Just like y'all have been saying, fastest to 200. Hornets 32-31, 16-3 in their last 19 games. So that is huge.
Yeah.
This is this tied to the second longest streak since the 17-18 Warriors. So
Wow.
And we already know how those Warriors.
I don't want to go that far as they're going to
Yeah,
do
not
that.
that-
Yeah,
but
but we knew what type of team that Warriors team was. But I don't want to jump that far.
Warriors a
We're going
stretch.
there.
Yeah. Kevin
So
Durant.
the good basketball around here as we're getting down to the stretch, sort of. March Madness is the biggest thing right now.
Yes.
But then at that point, when March Madness is over, that's when you start looking at the NBA teams like, who's going to be
In the
who's going to be the
playoffs,
big
emerge.
ones to watch out for? So I like to see this happen, and finally some winning going on here in the area. Let's move over to football. We'll start with the Panthers since
Okay.
we were just in the Charlotte. So the Panthers, again, the combine already took place. A lot of guys running fast, a lot of guys not participating, which is actually a problem because if you're not going to participate, there should be a communication level there. You're not going to participate. Let another guy who wants to do this, who probably doesn't have a chance like you, come there and do the bench test, do all this. Because a lot of guys are backing out of that. So it's very interesting. I could go on that all day, but the Panthers, they have been, the GM said he wants to attack the linebacker position. And the position that's been getting praised a lot over the combine days were the Georgia Bulldogs linebackers. And they got some dogs at linebackers. So could we be shocked to see a Bulldog go to play for Carolina? No. Could we possibly see any other top linebacker go to Carolina? Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe not, though, because it's kind of hard to tell at that position if your name's not being called out a lot, especially if you're not in the SEC. That's going to be tough.
Right.
But they're really looking to hammer at linebacker. So we're going to see what happens there when the draft comes around. So the Panthers are looking for that. And they're also got to get ready for the Hall of Fame game against the Arizona Cardinals. So I swear I've never seen anything but like the Browns, the Steelers,
Or
like
the
the Jets,
Cowboys.
and the Cowboys in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen any other team? Like, I don't think I've ever heard the
Yeah,
Falcons.
it's typically like some of the same
Historic
batch of
teams.
teams.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. That's interesting.
I want to
Well,
say it was the Falcons like a 1 year a while back. I want to say it was Falcons Broncos, but that was like 2017 maybe. So that's like 10 years
Yeah.
ago now.
I
You would
can't.
think they would spam the Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ohio.
Hey,
Yeah,
y'all
Ohio.
go ahead. Y'all play this game.
No.
So, because last year was the Browns and Jets, right? Or was that 2 years ago? It was one of those teams.
I don't know. I typically don't even watch the Hall of Fame game,
Me
to be
either.
honest with you.
But it's because football's been off.
Yeah.
And I watched it a lot because college football, going through the dog days of fall camp, you're like, okay, here's the Hall of Fame game. We're getting closer to the end of fall camp. Thank God. So I'm watching this,
Right.
and I'm
Yeah.
watching Hard Knocks.
Right,
or
yeah.
something.
Because by that point in time, everyone's fiending for football, so
Right.
it's like anything
Right,
you can get.
yeah.
But back to that Panthers point real quick, because you said they're looking for a linebacker. Obviously, I don't think this is going to happen. And they've, as we all know, they traded all that draft capital away for Bryce Young, so
Right.
they might not even have the assets. But man, everyone's been talking about Sonny Styles in the combine and how amazing he's been, and Ohio State, and man, if the Panthers could find a way to move up and grab him, oh my goodness,
But would
that
they? Yeah, that would be good to get picked. But the other thing is, you got to think about, would any other team care to grab him?
That's
or-
true.
Yeah,
Because
at the
he's
same
going to be
time-
top 10. He's going to be gone. And
Yeah.
Panthers obviously made the playoffs, so they don't have a pick that high. But man,
If they did,
oh my goodness.
that
be a good pick.
would be helpful.
Well, it's crazy enough to think about people getting picks. The Chiefs got rid of McDuffie, and then
And they got 4 of them.
They did.
I wonder what the Rams. Maybe they're satisfied with what they have.
Yeah, I mean,
And
and
they
then
just-
the Rams remind me of those teams, they remind me of people that play Madden and they play 2K
Yeah.
and they play My GM and the franchise,
Hey, the picks,
and they
who
just
cares?
want to throw the picks away and get these high level players
Correct.
that got superstar fat abilities
Right.
and high
Exactly.
takeovers.
I ain't gonna lie, I would.
The Rams, but like you can't do that as a professional team. Like, why are you doing that? We can do that because it's pixels.
Yeah.
We can do that because it's a game. Like their GM is playing like it's a game.
He is.
Like they went all out. Like every time you see the Rams, they're in win now mode.
Yes.
I mean they had Cooper, Matt, Odell.
Jalen Ramsey.
Got Jalen Ramsey.
They traded for Von Miller.
Got Von Miller.
Dude, yeah,
I
you
think
mentioned
they
it.
traded McDuffie. Like They just playing Madden.
I ain't gonna lie, it sounds like something I would do with Madden for
Yeah,
real.
just get
That's like, hey, bro, I'm gonna put this team of all these players I know better.
I'm finna go try to get Patrick Mahomes for around 6 feet. Like, that's crazy.
And it's funny because ever since Sean McVay's been there, they've been like that. Like you said, to that point. Remember they had Keem Talib and they had Marcus Peters, and so
oh my God.
They're always in win now.
Yeah,
like,
stacking
forget
their
the
team.
picks.
No, we don't care about
developing nobody.
Right.
We need you in your prime.
Oh, if we get you, you're gonna be like 6th round, and you better be good enough.
You better turn. Yeah, you better be a puka.
No,
And
exactly.
That's the only diamond in the rough. We only finding diamonds in the rough. That's all
They
we
trying to
doing.
do that. They tripping, man. They chasing what they did in 2021, and I get it.
yeah.
But sometimes it's not gonna work. I mean, they was
I
close.
mean, they've been
Yeah.
coming fairly close.
You faced a really good Seahawks
The
team.
last 2 years, they have lost to the eventual Super Bowl champion.
and they pushed them and they gave them the best game those both champions had.
Yeah.
was versus the Rams. So I just think Matt Stafford, obviously, he just won MVP. He's I guess would say at the peak of his powers right now, even though he's older. So I feel like, man, they're trying to go all in. So we got a great quarterback. Hey, we got to try to win as much as we can right now.
A lot of people talked about them not having a true CB1, so
Right.
they went out there and got one.
And they got one. Let's move to the Falcons. The Falcons are doing a lot of things around here. The Falcons, man, they're going to release, and it took them forever to say this, but they're going to release Kirk Cousins
Yeah, it was up in
March
the air for a
11th.
little bit. Yep.
And so that's finally going to be a thing after reconstructing their contract. I'm surprised Stefanski and him didn't try to work it out.
Yeah, that's kind of odd that
yeah.
you restructure a contract just to turn around and say, "Hey, forget all that.
Right,
We're
yeah,
just gonna get rid of you totally."
But
Actually,
it gives us some hope because it's like maybe he wasn't really the guy to begin
Yeah.
with. So also they franchise tagged Kyle Pitts. So Kyle Pitts saved his career, like
He
you
did.
said.
Like, I do believe Kyle Pitts saved his career based off the injuries of Drake London.
And that's valid.
So, I mean,
yeah, that's how it
But
happens
now Kirk
sometimes.
Cousins not going to be here to help him.
Yeah.
And
not
so
gonna be there to feed you the ball, bud. So you better make sure with this you got this little extra bread from this
Yeah.
franchise tag. You need to go out there and earn it so you can get a bigger
Well,
contract.
I said, well, the question is, who is going to be there?
man,
Yeah.
well, Kyler Murray is now being released from Arizona, so he's up in the air. Malik Willis is up in the air. I can see the Falcons getting one of those players. I think from Stefanski, he does not hate black quarterbacks. I think he will try to get Malik Willis.
Yeah. Well, if he don't get Malik Willis or Kyler Murray,
See,
that
you got
might-
Penix.
He got Penix.
He does.
He's stuck with one.
Well, we got to have somebody to back him up.
No,
Yeah.
I think with Penix, obviously the injury history obviously has been the main concern, just because of availability. But then even
Right.
his play on the field has been up and down at certain points. So I think we want to bring in somebody that, like you said, can at least challenge them, someone that can compete for the job. You're not sure if you want to completely turn it over to Penix and say, hey, you're our guy now. It's like, hey, if you can get him Malik Willis, he's shown a lot of promise in Green Bay behind Jordan Love. You can get
Right.
a Kyler Murray who's played at a high level in this league before. I think you owe it to yourselves to at least attempt to bring someone else in so you're not tying your entire season to Penix. Because like we've been saying, this is a talented team. This is
Right.
a new regime. With this division, they have a chance to make the playoffs next year, but quarterback is obviously always going to be the most important position. So it's like, hey, what's the plan at quarterback? You're probably not going to be able to draft one in this draft,
Right.
And so it's, hey, Kyler Murray. I've seen him play well. Malik Willis.
We have.
Yeah, we've seen them play. We've seen both sides.
So,
We've seen-
He can get injured.
He can get injured. That's
Get
awesome.
injured.
Get injured.
I'm not mad at it. I like a running quarterback, so we can see what happens. Algiers name up in the air. Nothing's official in this one, but he could likely get released because he wants to be a starter somewhere, and I understand it. Bijan is going to be starting until he can't start anymore. And although we love that dynamic duo between the two, his name is up in the air. I hope nothing happens, but we are already seeing the Falcons making moves. They released Kadero Hodge, so he's gone. They just released Darnell Mooney to clear up cap space for $18.4 million. And although he was a big asset a year ago, he was kind of hurt this year. But again, people who have seen that he's been hurt, and you're trying to rush him back on the field. So it's unfortunate because I think he was a good receiver.
Yeah, I think he was a very solid receiver. I know we had that little joke playing along that he only wanted to have good production when Kirk Cousins was throwing
came on
him the
the field.
ball. But Darnell Mooney is a really good talent, and I feel like with the right team, he can definitely elevate his stock moving forward.
Yes, I think so. So I don't know what the Falcons are going to do. We'll probably be shocked, but I know with the people in office, I'm not worried about some dumb decisions being made, like drafting a quarterback when you paid a quarterback. Money.
Let's not do that.
That's
again.
never happened again. So I definitely expect some receivers to be taking a look around our facility, whether they're veteran or a top draft pick. And I definitely see some moves being made at quarterback. Just don't know who. And I hope it's nobody that can't run. Don't you bring no Aaron Rodgers. Don't you bring no JJ. Y'all make some trade with the Vikings. Don't do nothing stupid.
Was it also this hasn't been up in the air at all, so there's no rumors about this, but they were talking about Anthony Richardson leaving the Colts, and so, and you know
he hurt his thumb doing or whatever he did doing that dumb stuff.
Band or whatever.
Anthony Richardson, he's starting to get that label as being unserious.
Yeah, he is. He's getting that label. I wouldn't recommend that, but I'm just saying that's an option that I do believe in his talent and upside.
He has to get his chance again.
He do.
Yeah,
he do.
I believe in his talent and his upside.
Baseball, the Braves. They had some things going on. John Hill, he was balling. He was a former Green Jacket, so hopefully he makes a name for himself. But another person who wanted to make a name for himself was, oh my gosh, Jerickson Profar, who was facing a 162-game suspension.
Yeah, the whole season.
After testing positive for performance-enhancing drugs for the second time. The second time.
So that's why he's getting the full season, because you already did it one time. I'm pretty sure they get, usually when they do it the first time, they still give them like 80 games.
Yep.
But bud, you doing it twice, we got to throw the book at you.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
No, and it's crazy because, Ellison, we were here, obviously, Cam, you were out when we talked to the Big O, and we were just talking about the Braves, and he brought him up about how hopefully the PE stuff is behind them, and he's going to be a big part of the team, and they're going to need him. So, obviously, it's just very disappointing news as far as, just obviously being involved with the PD stuff again, but then obviously getting suspended, and obviously that's going to hurt the team. That hurts his career, and so it's just disappointing.
It hurts his pockets, too.
Yeah, it hurts.
That whole salary.
Yeah, that's the most important part. But
better find a way to make some money.
Yeah, but it's just disappointing. Obviously, not the way you want to start the season for the Braves. I still feel like they can have a good season, but yeah, definitely not good news.
Also, for all of us ain't haters, Cam Jordan will be a free agent. He doesn't have anything being re-signed, so don't say come to Atlanta. But I'm just saying.
What you got against Cam Jordan?
I don't know what's happening with Pierce. So,
you might have no choice.
I have to bring Cam Jordan. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we're going to see what happens there, but he will have a chance to be a free agent. So that's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, because he could go to a contender and really help a team that needs, some interior presence. I mean, I know the Bills' defensive tackle situation was kind of bad last year. Ed Oliver for them got hurt. So I'm not sure if he'll be back healthy, but Cam Jordan can go to a contender and help a team win. I still believe he can play at a pretty high level.
Oh, yeah.
Defensive linemen age pretty gracefully usually. I think free agency this year is going to be very interesting for NFL-wise because I feel like with the Seahawks winning, no disrespect to the Seahawks, obviously they had a great team, but I think everyone feels like it's up for grabs.
Yeah.
Like it's it's so super hard to go back to back.
Yeah, especially when they're out here letting go players that played a big role. I mean, they're not going to re-sign Kenneth Walker. And Rashid Shaheed just announced that he will be entering free agency.
Wow.
So
that's what he just did?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they still got Tariq Woolen's a question mark, and they got Charbonnet obviously got hurt.
Did you see that Bears player retired at 27?
The center,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The center?
Yes, and he was really good, too. He
pulled a Luke Kuechly.
Yeah, he made an All-Pro. He signed a 3-year deal with them, and then he
does he have an injury? Does he have an injury history?
No. Actually, so that's the conversation. I guess we can have the conversation now. That's the conversation that's been going around is that he wasn't injured. He actually was the son of a football player, so he grew up around football, and he signed a big deal this past offseason. He had a 3-year deal. After his first year, he retired and wasn't injured or anything. He just wanted to He got a bag and he wanted
He
to.
ran off on him.
Well, yeah.
You think it's that?
I don't want to, huh?
You think it's that?
Well,
reason?
no, I don't want to put it in a negative tone.
Okay.
I feel
That's
bad
what you
because
just said,
mean,
so I was like, dang.
No, but you know, I think it's a good thing for him. Like I commend him because he got paid a good amount of money dollars to play football,
Right.
and so to be able to leave in good health and not put his body through any more danger, I think it's fun for him. Obviously, it's his life, and he accomplished
Yeah.
his dream of being in the NFL. He played at a high level, and he's got enough money to last him the rest of his life. And so I think if he's good off of it, like I understand the disappointment as a Bears fan, obviously because he was a big part of Caleb Williams' development and that team being so good, the offensive line being so good. But I mean, kudos to him. I mean, he got a good amount of money and he left with his body intact. And so
It's a valid point. If you think about it, like Luke Kuechly, and I don't remember if he had, an injury
I
history.
think he had a couple concussions.
He did.
but-
So he thought about, and just like Andrew Luck from
yeah, I know
his
Andrew
injury.
Luck for sure had some
And so,
concussion history.
although he may not have had a injury history, he still wanted to take care of his body at 27 because it could be long lingering effects.
Yeah.
So why put myself through that
Why take that
situation?
risk?
And so I get it. Yeah, it may seem like he took a bag and did whatever, but sometimes people aren't just trying to take a bag, man.
Yeah.
Y'all go out there and play football. Not
This
y'all,
is
but I'm
tough.
just in general. Yeah, y'all go play football and you put yourself at that high stake on the line every week, and you're hitting like this, and a possible tear your ACL can happen, a possible major concussion happens and puts you out. No, that why? Yes, he's young and he has many years to play football. Some people just like Aaron Donald. He retired too early, in my opinion.
He did.
But
He did.
he was my favorite player. But as soon as he started feeling them back issues,
He
done.
said he got
And I would have
it.
done the same because
That's
I want to
good.
walk. I want to walk. I want to walk. I want to be able to hold my kid. I want to be able to be.
I want to,
I don't
yeah.
want to be in there and talk about some at 50.
You're right.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And another thing, I want to double check his name because I want to say his name now. Drew Dahlman. He actually was on the Falcons, so he was on the Falcons for those 3 years.
really?
They drafted him, and then he went to the Bears, and he was on the Bears for the 1 year
Sad
before he
I didn't
retired.
know who that was.
So he was yeah. According to the research that people did, he was so for the Falcons. He didn't really get really good to this year
Okay.
past year with the Bears. So
okay.
this has been his first year. He was like really been a top tier center.
Yeah.
And then he got he had the 1 year. He was good with it, and walked
Yeah.
away.
Awesome. The Falcons having a jersey reveal April 2nd. Some people are saying there's some good old school classic jerseys. I hope it's the red with like the silver on the side and the
yeah.
black.
No, that
Yeah.
Either that or one of the years that Dion was playing. I hope
Yeah,
it's
like
one
the
of those.
Dion
Oh, yeah.
years.
Yeah.
The black ones with the little falcon.
No.
Right.
Hey.
Well, is that or I don't. I know we have a black one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the all black
that
one.
might
With the
be-
red helmet?
That might be too
Yep.
similar. Yeah.
So then but the red one, because we barely, if you think about it, we barely even wore the red uniforms that we have now.
yeah.
Like as soon as they revealed those jerseys, we haven't worn those red jerseys since the first year we brought them out. So I don't know what the heck is going on, but if we're revealing new jerseys, we better wear it more than one time.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna make me mad.
No, I was gonna say this. No, I mean it's not off topic, but low key, the Falcons is. You talking about like jersey history? The Falcons have some of the best jerseys in the
Really?
history of the NFL, at least in my
I like
opinion.
the Broncos.
No, we're up there too. The Broncos are up there too. But as far as like swag, the Falcons jersey. I mean, obviously the Vic jerseys, of course, have always been legendary. But like you said, the primetime era, the Dirty Birds.
What if that's what they're bringing back?
That would be
That'd
amazing.
be.
The Vic jersey?
I mean, like Ellison said, as long as you got swag and that's what they care about.
The Magic City Monday.
yeah.
That's that swag. They don't care.
I was like,
The Hawks said they ain't getting rid of that. So
yeah.
imagine the Falcons doing that.
That'd be.
I'm going to go to the game.
That'd be.
Maybe that's the jersey reveal. Is they doing Magic City too? They
Magic City too. Yeah.
Magic City
the,
Falcons
with the peach
jerseys.
on the patch, Magic City, and then you got the wing. emblem on the-
It'll hit more with football doing it.
Yeah, the
would,
basketball.
would.
Oh my gosh! Could you imagine how oh man, our city, we don't care about nothing but
Hey, you like us some
the
swag.
wings. So, yeah, we don't care if we win or lose it as long as we sag surfing in the stands.
Eating some good wings.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Why us, man? Why can we win?
Take notes from the Braves. They don't do all that.
They don't.
What, yeah, you're right. What do we do?
The Braves, I don't know. They just go out there and play baseball. Hope for the best.
They don't care about. They don't even associate with the city.
Yeah,
they on the outskirts
They
of the
just got
city.
their own thing.
They come out here to us. We're a lot more casual, family friendly. You don't have none of that promoting the.
We have
none
a
of that.
recent title.
Yeah, no, none of them Jeezy and none of them people at your games rapping T.I. cussing on. No, we just. That's what the
He said, we're just here to play baseball,
All
y'all.
we're just here to sing the 7-inning scratch. That's all. Take me out to the ball. game. That's our platinum song.
Oh my gosh, that's all we got for y'all today, man. Oh my gosh, I hope some good things happen so we can have something good to talk about, like maybe a nice quarterback coming to Atlanta, so he can beat the Panthers for once in my lifetime.
Hey.
I mean, we beat them before, but
It's not lose to him, not lose to Bryce Young twice.
Oh, and yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that kills me. That's all we got for y'all today. Next week, we'll be back to talk a lot of things sports. Hopefully, we'll have some guests for you and just continue to make this thing spicy. Make this podcast so fun. Again, thank y'all for joining us. Until next time, peace.